Hi YouTube, and this is JTrain997, and I'm back this time with my review of the DC Direct Blackest Night Series 4 Green Lantern Kyle Rayner. And this is the only figure in the line that doesn't come from the Black Lantern core. And of course the next wave will actually be entirely Black Lanterns, and then we'll get a few more that are from different cores. But as you can see here in the packaging, Kyle comes with his power battery, or his lantern, and his base. Of course he looks very nice in the packaging there onto the back of the box. And you can see the other characters in the wave up here. And his little bit says, Green Lantern Kyle Rayner. At one time, Kyle Rayner was the only living Green Lantern. Helping to rebuild the core, he aided the Guardians' return to power by assuming the mantle of Ion. Overcoming great trials, Kyle Rayner became a member of the Green Lantern Honor Guard and an integral ally in the coming War of Light. So, very nice. Of course, down here you have waves 1 through 3 and coming soon, Blackest Night Series 5. They're actually scheduled all the way through Series 8 now, so I can't wait to have all those guys. But that being said, Kyle looks fantastic in packaging. Let's pull him out. And here we have Kyle out of packaging. Now, I heard some minor complaints watching a few other reviews that his foot actually stays lifted off the base. The first time you pull it out of packaging, his foot will be raised off the base. Actually, it kind of still is, but if you put a little extra pressure down and just, really force him down, it becomes a minor problem. But right out of when you pull him out of packaging, he's like this almost. So, of course, that being said, let's go into a full 360 of Kyle. Now, of course, he has his lantern, and a few of the other Blackest Night figures. I really complained that their lanterns, while they would give you the they would include the lantern. Figures like John Stewart, who had 2 closed fists, or the Series 3 Green Lantern, who had an open hand, they really couldn't hold him. Kyle's hand has been left open, but it's a very strange hand mold. As you can see here, let's actually let me plumb off the base real quick. Sorry about that. It's kind of like, you can see how strangely his last finger is kind of curled up in his hand. It's actually attached to the, it's connected via plastic to the rest of his hand instead of being open to let the lantern dangle. So while you can get the lantern to stay in his hand, it's a very awkward way of staying in there. But it will. So that's definitely a plus. At least they, let you know it's supposed to at least be able to hold it instead of having 2 closed fists. Of course, here's his standard Green Lantern base, as you can see there. That being said, Kyle has a pretty decent range of articulation. He does 360 degrees at the arm, goes out to about here, bends at the elbow, and turns at the glove. Of course, head does the full 360, up and down. Of course, does a full 360 at this arm. Pretty much same articulation, goes out to about here. No torso articulation. Legs go out to about here, back to about here. Bend at the knee, but looks like you gotta be careful because the foot will pop off. Pops right back in. But yeah, I gotta be careful about that entire leg. Turns at the leg. And of course I'm saying for both legs, so just make sure you're extra careful when you're bending at the leg. You don't want it to pop out of socket. Of course, I'm just glad it didn't break. That being said, let's put him back on his base and go into detail here. Come on. Making sure he's not standing up too much here. You can see a very nice face sculpt on him. Some pretty nice detail all down his outfit. Once again, oops, sorry, camera's out of focus. I'm kind of teed off that they're putting such little details into the rings. It's just like a lump of plastic on their hand. But overall, Kyle is a pretty nice looking figure. He's definitely a great addition to your core. Now, he'll run you about 20 bucks at your local comic shop, maybe a little bit more off eBay. Of course, I think if you're buying these, you're probably buying them in sets. I don't know anybody who's really just picking out 1 or 2 figures, although I'm sure there's a few of you out there. Come on. Like I said, minor issues holding the lantern, but once he's in your display, it'll be fine. But that being said, this is JTrain997. I like Kyle. I definitely think the sculpts have improved over this line. I wish they would put a little more effort into holding the lanterns. As you can see here, they left Kyle's hand kind of open, but it's still not good enough. You know, maybe think of an interchangeable hand or something for the upcoming waves. But that being said, this is JTrain997. I solidly recommend Kyle Rayner, and I'll see you soon, YouTube.